Welcome back. Thanks very much to all you people who have subscribed and those who left comments. I'm pretty stoked. I'm up to 100 subscribers now. I think that's viral, isn't it? Is that viral?
Medically, maybe.
You're viral. Just in case your missus got home and forgot to get the bread, or you were out doing something for her and you forgot to get the bread, we're going to knock up some breadsticks. They're fantastic. I've got a big hand for my brother, who's a fantastic cook. Here's the breadsticks. Let's get into it. As you can see, we've got an easy lineup of ingredients today. I'm going to leave a list of them down below. All right, let's start off. Measure out 500 grams of plain flour. That's about 3 3/4 cups, I reckon. Next, we have 300 ml of warm water, not cold water, just warm, nice and warm. Now we've got 1 3/4 teaspoons of dry yeast. You can see the stuff there I've got. A tablespoon of some good honey. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And 1/2 cup of semolina flour. So first off, we're going to put in our 300 ml of water. We're going to stir in the yeast and the honey. Now what you do, you let it sit there and it starts to foam, and let it go on for about 10 minutes. Next up, we're going to add in our olive oil. Give that a little bit of a stir around, mix it in well, and get your paddle ready on your mixer. Unless you're going to do it by hand. So if you're going to do it by hand, after you stir in the oil, add the flour and the salt and stir it until the dough goes together. Once it's together. And then you got to knead it, and you knead it on a flour surface on the bench until it's smooth and soft and elasticy. That'll take you about 8 or 10 minutes. But today I'm going to do it on the machine because it's a bit slack. Here goes the salt. Now, if you're going to use a machine and you're lucky enough to have a paddle with it, for the kneading the dough, it's not going to take that long. Just keep your eye on it. It's only going to take a few minutes. Now eventually, whether you're kneading by hand or you're using a machine, it's going to end up looking a bit like this. That's the time to switch her off and check it out. Now check that out. Look at that. That dough looks fantastic. All elasticy and smooth and velvety. Now caress that dough a little bit, a bit of foreplay, get it all happening. Stretch it out a bit. Stretch it out and, just do it like this, make it look like a bit of a sausage. And good shape. And then get yourself some flour, chuck a bit of flour on the bench top. Don't be bashful. Give good spread. Smooth it out. Very nice. Paste a little bit of the olive oil over the top. Then what you do is you get some Glad wrap and you cover it all with Glad wrap. And you're going to leave it there for about 30 minutes. It's all right. This is the time you get the oven going. Get it up to around about 200, 220. Rip the Glad wrap off after about 30 minutes. Then clean up the flour around it. Now grab yourself out a handful of semolina flour and give it a good sprinkle over. Have yourself a couple of trays ready. These are going to make, the volume here is going to make around a couple dozen of these breadsticks or grassini, whatever you want to call them. They're beautiful. Here we go. Now you cut the end off the dough, and then you start off and cut off little pieces, probably about, half an inch thick. Now, stretch it like that. Check it out. Stretch it out, measure it out on the tray like that. Look at it. Beautiful. Cut and stretch onto the tray. Cut, stretch onto the tray. It's just like one of those exercise videos, eh? And stick them in the oven. Make sure you keep your eye on them. You'll tell they start to brown on the outside. Then you'll know they're done. Then pull them out and drop them on a cake cooler. There you go. Have a look at that. They look great. Alrighty, that's breadsticks for you. Easy. So if your missus stuffs up
You can't
and
even
forgets the
remember
bread,
one thing on the grocery list, and yet you sling off.
or you're occupied doing something else for her,
Since when?
pour yourself a sherbet.
That's not a pour, that's a flood.
Salute. Grab yourself a breadstick. Good friend of wine.
You'd say that for ice cream.
Salute. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Catch you on the next one.